show, but Mikerowchip here, playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is the UMR episode 98, and we are here in Grantley with the Duker. The Duker with his twin SD70 ACEs, and he has got to pick up 15 ore cars here in Grantley, and then he's going to haul all of that back to Gunnison. Now, Gunnison is back the way we came. Makes me wonder why I picked him up the way I did. But let's not wonder that. So the coal cars, actually not coal cars, they're ore cars, are right over here on this track. And since we have to go back the other way, we're going to have to do a runaround. And that means that if we do a runaround, we can do it on the side that we're pulling the cars from if we move the train up. He's got 90 cars on here right now. My next question is, are they correctly labeled? They should all say none. They all say none. Oh, it's good when a plan comes together. I love it when a plan comes together, to quote Hannibal, whatever that guy last name was on the A-Team. All right, so we're not going to have to, we aren't going to need this, right? It's already set. They should be set in mainline, really. So should that, and that is. And is there another switch over here? Holy moly. Switch, crossovers galore. Okay, so now we're going to move it up. So let's fly all the way back here to the other side of Grantley. All right, till we clear this one right here. Here we go. Fired up. Awfully quiet on my end. I want to hear stuff. Go. Nope. Go. There we go. It's going to be what? About a 45% of the throttle? Truck sounds are prominent. Like this shot. Alrighty. The grasses are swaying and the cars are rolling. Time for a drink. There we go. Drink secured. That's what he's got 90 cars now, plus the 2 engines. That means he's got a 92 car consist. Well, no, not really. He's got a 90 car consist with 2 power units. That's what he's got. Plus the 15 will give us, what, 105. And then he'll be heading back. And I'm looking over here at my spreadsheet, and he's got a ton more to go get after this. But we'll do one step at a time. Thank you very much. Yep. A lot of these are from Burnfield Lumber. We picked up 30 of them there. Then we got a bunch of potash. I think these are, does this say Canadian potash on these? I think it does. We'll soon find out. Something potash. I'm going to have to zoom. What about I'm going to have to zoom in here to see. Yeah. Canada. That's what I thought it said on there. All right, now we can, we're getting close to the end here with a bunch of grain cars. Yeah, I think these are the BNSF grain hoppers here at the end. You can see some cars cut in the background just on the storage tracks. Nice. And that'll do. Yeah, AI brought him here, and he didn't lose a single car, so it didn't derail, which is nice. All right, now we're gonna apply the handbrake. decouple, forward hoe. Oh, now that headlight just came on. Did he? No, but we want him to. He's got to. We're gonna turn this into the lead unit anyway, so we'll do it this way. Confuse everybody by blowing it 3 times. Keep everybody on their toes. It's not easy making safety third, and practice is the only thing that's going to make everybody make it third. Constant practice. All right. Of course, we're not on any yard right now. This is actually, this is not a mainline track. These are the 2 mainline tracks here. This track here on the far left is one that goes to the, that's the passenger station lead. This one is like a storage track or a freight track. I don't know what you'd call it. Something. We're going to speed up to 40 anyway. The hum of the engine. So it's what, 11:34. We got lots of time today. We won't have to go to a new day during this episode. It's not going to happen. Looks like the grass is definitely across the tracks here. Is it going to look at that when we get up here? No, see, it kind of melts away when you get up closer. All right. Then we'll go on the iron ore lead there on the far right. Let's run down there right now, as a matter of fact. Here we go. There is the switch stand that we need. All right, here we go. North Industry West Limit. Gotcha. All right, here he comes. Start slowing down now. Slow down a little too much there. Okay. And here. Me and the cat just got done napping on the couch. Dock that man a day's pay for napping on the couch. Couldn't help it. Well, I could have helped it. I chose not to help it. All right, we'll wait till he clears this switch. We'll put it back in mainline service. Yeah, this is technically not mainline service, but we'll flip it back anyway. A bypass track? Whatever you want to call it. Oh, well, which one is this one set? Oh, that's not a track. Okay, but we should fly ahead here and make sure now we're going to come out on the right side. Yeah, we're going to stay straight here. Back past all this. Just like that. And then we might as well... What about this one here? Yep. The Acridge Foundries, huh? And then there's that. Okay, back we go. Lead unit. There it is. Now this says 20, and I'm going to go with it. Why not? And can we get a line side camera? We can, except there isn't one right now. Look at that. half throttle, notch 4 gets us right to 20 mile an hour. See the lake or ocean there on the left, whatever it may be, I don't know. Didn't have a chance to run down there and, sip the water. Find out if it's fresh or salt. Here we go. There's a nice line side shot, huh? I got to call the Mo. You guys do know you have a bunch of railroad ties and rails laying around here, right? Grantley? Appreciate if you'd come pick those up. Just makes us all look bad. We all look bad when things are laying around like that. All right. For those of you who don't know, Duke's our empties guy. All our other units just drop, either drop cars off for storage or they deliver stuff, and then they leave their empties just in the storage yards. And Duke's like a reverse Johnny Appleseed. Instead of going around planting trees, he goes around and yanks them all up. And by apple trees, I mean empty cars. I don't know if these are all set to none, but we can set them to none pretty quickly. I woke up this morning to about 3 inches of snow out there. Shoveled the drive for the first time this year. It was a joy. Wife and I got it done pretty quickly, but we're professionals. But not for hire. I will not shovel someone else's driveway. Do it all by hand, no machine. Hand shoveled. It's like those ice cream places you used to go to. Some still say it. Hand dipped. Yeah, but I mean, when I go to the Dairy Queen, it's not dipped, I suppose. It comes out of the machine, but it's still done by hand, right? Can you go to a place where a robot serves you? Yeah, you probably can, but aren't the vast majority of them hand dipped? That thing over there just went yellow. Somebody coming? Passenger train, perchance? Oh. A nice shot there. Yeah, just clicked over to approach as we were driving by. So maybe we're going to see a train go by here. But now we're going to go back in this mode because we're going to have to go over to here. And do the old clear switch thing right here, right? All right, there we go. Here we are. Very good. Bag it on up. There we go. Right back over this way. Big old iron ore docks here. That's what we got going. There we go. Okay. Brakes are charged. We got the new super brake system on here where everything gets charged in just a matter of seconds. There he goes. Last one there. Oh, yeah. We got a long ways to run to get down there. Let's stay with him for a little bit. I forget how large his yard is here at Grantley. Now, these are all marked as none. So that is correct. Because when I get down to Gunnison, they're all going to be reclassified. This route is so huge that we're not going to immediately assume that anything that has none on it's going to go off map. It's all got to go back to the hump yard. So in Gunnison, we reclassify them, then we haul them all back up to North Yard, and then in North Yard, they all get humped. And from there, some of them will be leaving the route, but most of them are going to go to other industries that are on the map. It's a beautiful thing. Here's one of the unloading platforms. Iron ore is going up the belt there. It's kind of jerky, though. They got to work on that. It's not my job, not my prob. Here's the lead for Ackridge Foundries. Is that what it was? Ackridge? I know it was Foundries. I can't remember. Little water tower in the back there. Nice. All right, now he's coming up on it, huh? Now he's coming up, yep, on the switch. So let's go back. Is there a guy fishing here? There's a guy fishing here. Look at him. Look at him. He's happily fishing. All right, here we go. Back to the real entertainment, the trains. Here we go. And stop. Back it up. Wait a minute. There we go. Here we go. All right. We'll double it up. I guess it's really doubling up, is it? There we go. We've got it. Now, we're going to go to Gunnison. We're going to AI it to Gunnison. Where you at, AI? That's not you. There you go. Navigate to track mark. Oh, yeah, I got all the alphabet. E, F, G. There we go. Gunnison. Go, baby. All right, he's on his way. And right now, it is 11:46. We'll watch until 11:51. Why not? He's on his way on out. So there are interesting things going on at my house here. IRL. Day before Thanksgiving, that Wednesday. We lost power 6 times. That's right, folks. 6 times. You heard it right. 6 times. Normally, I like to keep ahead of the videos. I like to make a video, you know, at least 3 or 4 days before it's going to be released. Sometimes I get way ahead. Sometimes I'll have 4 or 5 videos waiting in the hole. And then I can release them one at a time. Just schedule them. Only when I try to do that, on the day before Thanksgiving, I thought I'd make about 2, maybe even 3 videos to last through the break. the power kept cutting out. In fact, as I said, 6 times. And it was weird. It would cut out. I have a whole house generator that would kick on. And then after 3 minutes, that would go out because power had been restored. Happened that way every time. So we must have lost power. I can't tell because a whole house generator comes on. But of course, for a moment, the whole house goes dark black. And then everything kicks on. So I lose power for about 5 seconds. And then the generator kicks on. And so with that going on like that, there was no way I could make videos. Because if I'm in the middle of making a video and we lose power, that's it. That one's destroyed. You can't recover it. So, yeah. And then the next morning of Thanksgiving, it cut out 2 more times. We ended up calling our electric company. Actually, my sister did. It lives right next to me. Well, just down the street from me anyway. Not right next to me. And they said they'd look into it, and then it stopped and never did it again. So I guess they figured out what it was. I don't know. Does this have a horn on it? It should. I don't believe it does. You have to do it manually. There she goes. So that was exciting, huh? Yeah. So I said to myself, I'll just play, other games I'm into right now. Playing Satisfactory, American Truck Simulator, those kind of things. But it got real frustrating. You get halfway through and then zoink, everything would go off. You'd have to reload everything. And those games are good because they have autosave, and then if it crashes, it just picks up from the last autosave. So it's not too bad. I had it autosaving every 10 minutes. And it was just erratic. Sometimes I would go 3 hours, and then the power would shut. Sometimes you go 20 minutes, and the power would shut. What could have possibly been going on that would cause that? Of course, I was thinking maybe it's the wind. The wind is blowing wires around and something's loose or whatever. But all night long, starting, I think the last time the power cut was probably like 8 o'clock at night. And then all night light, it was blowing. I mean, we were laying in bed with the wife, and we could hear it just blowing and blowing and just gusting and blustering. And it never went out. Never went out until 6 a.m. in the morning. It was the next time I went out again. So that's just when it started getting light. So it made me think, is it because they're working on something again and now it's going out again? Who knows? Who knows? Just got to roll with the punches sometimes. He's got a long way to go. I don't know how many miles it is. I don't have that. I probably have it calculated, right? Yeah, on the passenger screen I will, but I'd have to add up all the different numbers. Why would I want to do that? It's a long ways off. And it's also 11:51, so that is the end of the Duker's turn. All right, put you guys on pause. I'll figure out what we're doing next. We're here with Thomas in the North Yard, and it's time to hump, according to the spreadsheet. Okay, so he's got twin GP40-2s here. And let's see what we're going to do with them. He's got to come back here, and he's got to hump these cars right here. These are all the cars on the we're ready to hump tracks. Now, what are we going to do? Okay. Well, I know the first thing we got to do is we got to get Smiley. Smiley's got to go down to the other end and catch the ones that roll past. So where's Smiley? There he is. Okay, Smiley, we got to get you into position, Buddy Bal. Not Buddy Bal, but Buddy Pal. Does that make much more sense? I don't know. Here we go. All right. So this one, yeah, and then it, yeah, and then yeah, and then yeah. Got it? Yep. There we go. We got 2 other trains ready to hump, but we're not going to hump those right now. There we go. Okay, so that'll get them up to there. That's first. That's step 1 that Smiley's got to go on to. There's no confusion on this setup as to what's forward and what's backwards. This one is pretty set and cut and set. Set pretty easily determined. There we go. was a long walk, but I got there. All right, now it speeds up to 20. Past the 2 fishing ponds. And up here into the west yard. Right? Is that what this is? Oh, it's the east yard. Yeah, that's right. Is that what I call it? The east yard? I call it the west yard. Oh, this is the east side of the west yard. That's what it is. That's why these have east on them. I said west, checked myself, found out I was wrong, only to find out I was right. It was an odd sequence of events. Okay. Doing some humping at the hump yard. Gotta love that. I guess you don't have to, but I do. All right, so let's make sure all these switches are set correctly so he doesn't do anything funky. Yep. I want to go this way. Yep. And then this way. Yep. And then that way. Yep. All right. Very good. He's all set. Get down on him here a little bit. Get a nice view of this fine looking engine as we ram our way through the, what do you call it? It's not scaffolding. It's the steel base of these lights. These are all CTC switches here. And that makes sense as we have 2 towers on this yard. They can switch all that for us. It's more efficient. When we don't have to stop the engine, they can just throw the switches for us up in the tower. You just got to give them the high sign. Alrighty then. That'll do right there. Now, I just did a Run 8 video where we had a failed hump. I got MP15s in that one, and I got them in behind the cut, and we got them just up to the hump yard. They were just getting ready to hump, and they just couldn't push any harder. I did notch 8, and they just couldn't do it. So then I was thinking, what am I going to do? Am I going to add a third MP15 to it, or maybe even a fourth one, or what am I going to do? And then afterwards, after I'd made the video, I figured out what I'm going to do. I have down in the bowl in Rice Yard. Now let's do this way. I can't talk about Rice Yard and throw these switches at the same time. Not that talented. Okay, I'd like to get this whole thing up at once. Okay. So I'm wondering if I should pull out this small cut, ram it onto this cut, push it back a little bit, but then we might not make it around the other end. Now we'll just run the length. Yeah. So in that, on the bottom part of the bowl, I have a couple trim engines, and those engines I believe are SD45s or SD40s. So I'll just swap them out. I'll put the 2 SD40s and make those my new hump engines, and take the 2 MP15s and turn those into trim engines. Then that should get it done. Because although they were struggling before they hit the hump, they were able to push that huge cut around. So the two MP15s are better for trim engines than they are for hump engines. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm also looking at it. We've been going too fast. There we go. That's better. There's the engine yard. There's an SW1500s in there. I'm still waking up. I'm still waking up. All I have to do is just probably ram these shorter ones up first. Yeah, it's not going to make a difference. Well, I put the shorter cut up first. The other rest, I'll ram the shorter cut up first. Tie those off. Then come back and run back down to the end of this longer cut. Connect the two together and then push them all over the hump. That's what's going to happen. I don't know where I got these two models here, but they're pretty nice looking. I like them. Can't remember who made them. Sorry, whoever made them. Am I, though? Am I really sorry? Yeah, you know, I genuinely am. They did a great job, and they should be credited. But they won't be because I don't know who they are. And then, and hence the sorriness. All right. Got some schmut. Trying to get rid of that. While at the same time driving trains around. It's not easy. Alrighty. Just like that. There we go. Kissing this now. Head back up to 40% throttle. There we go. Grab back on here. They don't identify here as far as what kind of engines they are. I thought they were SDs, but it turns out they're GPs. That happened a long time ago. But it's still in my brain. And while we're doing this, we might as well go up here because these switches now are all wrong. Obviously. Here we go. This one. Actually, there's only one switch that's wrong, right? This one. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. There's the old car wash. Okay. Slow it down here just a bit. A little bit. A little bit more. There we go. We're right in the butter zone. Not for quitting, no, not that butter zone. This is a different butter zone. All right, now we're going to juice this, and we are going to get it past. Well, we're going to get it past this switch right here. More of those ore cars. There's something wrong with those Procore cars. I think whatever was wrong with them, I think is okay now. Or this, no, are the hitches missing or something? I thought there was something wrong with those. Now it's going to get rid of them. But then it looks like it got corrected. Okay, I wanted to stop before that, but that's all right. Is there anything wrong with these cars? Because I thought on one episode we saw. Oh yeah, they are missing the hitches. The hitches are gone on the Procores. You can still unhitch them though, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can. All right. We'll have to look into getting rid of those, huh? Okay. Just not right now. Okay. I cannot remember. I mean, I cannot believe I remembered, which now really got shot to heck because I couldn't remember the word. So I remembered that the Procore tankers were not working right, but I couldn't remember the word remember. I think these are all signs of memory loss, but that's all right. All right, back down to the other end. We go. It's a trip so nice, we've done it thrice. And then we will do it fourths. Once, twice, thrice. What would 4 be? Catorce? No, that's 14 in Spanish. I don't know. Nice lumber, though. I like the lumber. Time for a drink. I think on Tidewater, I think those Procores that I'm using are, I'm using them as ethanols, I think. And I know I have ethanol tankers on the Tidewater, so I'll have to just swap those out is what I'll have to do. I know you can swap out machinery items. I wish you could do it with cars, too. Like I could say, you know, in the edit mode, wherever you find this car, replace it with this car. Although I guess it'd be kind of hard, especially when they're in cuts, to do that. Especially if the one car is smaller or larger than the other one. Smaller, not so much. You just be a gap. Larger, how would you do it? But it's a computer. You could probably do it, right? But the programming is probably not even worth the effort, right? I mean, by the time you program that all in there and everything, it's just going to be a giant pain. Not that I know anything about programming. I took a C++ class back in 1990, I think it was. Yeah, I passed in college. But yeah, you don't learn a whole lot about programming after taking one computer class, language class like that. You just really don't. The basis. Yep, the basics, yep. Then you never use it again, and guess what? Yeah, you forget it. You guessed. These are railroad ties here on this this center beam. All right. Here we go, Thomas. Snug up on this one here. We'll get you connected up. Wouldn't it be funny if this were a failed hump too? The answer to that is no. No, it would not. I would like very much for this to be successful. And I have a lot of confidence that it will be. All right, so there's that. Then we're going to go all the way back up here to make sure this is correct and correct. Yep. All right. Now we'll snug up on this. Now, this is scrap metal, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like scrap metal to me. Oh, up. Yeah, okay, here we go. Is it coming? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. It just weighs a lot. And I checked, all these cars are already have been reclassified. So that's good. And there was no train waiting to get into the yard. Also good. I'm not sure if we have somebody running up for Gunnison or not. I know, like I showed, these other two trains are already sitting there. Those both had to be humped, but we're not going to hump them now. I always hump things off these setup tracks. You call them something. Staging tracks, sure. And if there's nothing on staging tracks, then I'll pull one of those trains. Speaking of Tidewater, I got to get working on that. I got to get that going because that should not take me very long. Wouldn't think, as far as getting it ready for running it more prototypically. And that one's going to be pretty easy, as a matter of fact. All right, so what do we got here now? First ones are going to Fisherville. Let's look over here. What is with me right now? Stop that. Fisherville Quarry. Where's Fisherville at? Fisherville. There it is. It's in the bowl, track 8. In the bowl, track 8. That's going to be over on the right-hand side here, right? Yep. Nope. It's going to be on the left-hand side here. Yep. Track 8. There's 9. Here's 8. Lots of room on it. We're only sending this one car down that way. Then the Asshole Flats is going to be straight ahead because that goes in the west yard. Got it. All right. Slow it down to hump speed now. It's what, 25, I think, right? I believe it is. Prepare to decouple. Decouple. There it goes. All right. And then the next ones are SO flat place. They have to go straight ahead, right? Yep, just the 3 of them. We're going to have to wait till he clears this switch right here before we can send the next ones on. And hopefully nothing derails. It shouldn't. I got all the new retarders in there. There it goes. Nice. Okay, so it's just 3 cars here. So he's not having any problem humping this. He's got it. Decouple. And go. I forgot who I was. Stop. Okay, now Fenton. Where is Fenton at? Oh, Fenton. What the heck? Oh, here it is. Okay, it's straight ahead. There it is. All right. So it's already set up for straight ahead, right? Those ore cars are going straight ahead? Yeah. There we go. Oh. What am I doing? All right. This is what I'm supposed to do right here, and that way I won't forget who I am. Okay. Oh, it's been a rocky road so far, but we can do it. How much more we got to go? Quite a bit more. He's not even out of the lower yard back there. It's all right. We've got, what, 34 cars to go. Love those truck sounds. Well, he is struggling, though, isn't he? But it's not a failed hump because every time he humps, it just gets easier. The weight becomes less and less. What is that? Oh, because it was, I had it on, okay. There's like a white spot right here. It's because it's showing me that coupler is not coupled. All right. Now, we're at Palmer. Palmer. We only drop 3 at a time. And Palmer is where? Palmer is also straight ahead. Oh, no, that's not right. Palmer's track 4 in the bowl. No, it is straight ahead. I'd forgotten what. Okay, all right, now I'm looking over at the spreadsheet. I know you can't see it, but these are all bowls over here. These are not bowls over here. So where did I put that first one at? Fisherville. I did it right. Okay, I'm doing it right. All right, this is just another straight ahead. Here we go. Holy moly, it's a train wreck. This is what happens when you go for a nap just before you do this. Your brain becomes a cloud. All right, so we'll send these forward as well. Are those moving? They almost look like they've come to a stop. It seems like every once in a while, the physics on this bowl just change. It looks like they've stopped right there. Come on now. All right, we'll go down there and take a look after we let these 3 go. Yeah, they gotta work on humping. They just gotta work on humping. That's all there is to it. Okay, so stop right here. Now let's go and see what are they? Are they stopped? Yeah, they've stopped. Why have you stopped? It's right on top of the retarder there. Gonna get mad. It's just a game. Let's see what happens here now. Is it gonna derail? It's coming awful fast. No, it's not going to derail. Oh, got a good push on it, though. Got a nice, good, strong push on it. There it goes. Why did it get stuck there? I don't know. Now it slows way down again. Because I put other retarders down because I was going too fast, but it's still rolling at least. Okay. So we got another Palmer. Let's drop that one. It's always interesting. Never a dull moment. Well, the next one is Bloomfield. And that's track 14 in the bowl. Okay, now I'm starting to get the hang of it here. Except now my throat's getting all much. There we go. Right like that. So this next one's going to Bloomfield, which is track 14. Let's set that up. That's this way now, right? Yeah, okay. It's all coming back to me. There's 11, 12, 13. Those are still moving. Good. Track 14. All right. Look, anybody's derailing. Oh, but we got to wait till he clears this before I can let it go. All right, start it up. Fire it up there, Thomas. As soon as it clears, we'll go back to you. There he goes. And clear. Back to you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A well-oiled machine. Or at least a machine that's oiled biannually. There we go. So Bloomfield will go down to track 14. There it goes. We have SO flats. Two SO flats, which are straight ahead, aren't they? Yep. SO flats are straight ahead because they're going in the south yard. All right, now I'm starting to sound like I know what I'm talking about. There he goes. It's still a lot of weight for it. Looks like we're out of the lower yard there, though. Out of the staging yard. Just out of it. It's okay. We got nothing but time. There we go. Right there. Then we got a bunch of... This one's going to Flagston. It's got sand for locomotives in it. Flagston is where? Is it flying Flagston? Or I was looking for Fisherville before. That's right. I'll find it. Don't you worry. Yep, track 3. Start it up. Okay. Yeah, this first retarder is set to really high. There's that. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. There we go. Get this. Get this. We barely made it. And now there's Oakwood. Oakwood is that straight ahead? I want to say yes. Oakwood is straight ahead. Okay. We are in the butter zone right now, but I am thinking I want to get this done before we go. That's what I'm thinking. That's not the switch I want. I want this one right here. That one's this way. That one is this way. That's right. There we go. I can do it, right? Why not? There goes that one. Hopefully nothing is derailing down there. I don't think it is. Not exactly spoken with confidence. But when safety's third, you don't need confidence. There we go. Then this one goes to Mapleview, Mapleview, Mapleview. Okay. And Mapleview is also straight ahead, is it not? Pretty sure it is. It is. It is straight ahead, so start it up. Gonna follow that one right in front of us. One's down the center may now. I'll be interested to see if they'll meet up with Smiley down on the other end. Maybe yes, maybe no. peel off 3 more. Now we're getting some speed going now. We're losing a lot of weight. Okay. The next one is Selkirk. Where in the heck does Selkirk go? It ain't straight ahead. So many destinations. That's track 4. Selkirk is track 4. After you get rid of this last maple view. Kirk. Okay, so we got, what, 2 Selkirks going to track 4. Very good. 9, 8, 7. Gosh darn it. 6, 5, 4. Oh, no. I thought those 2 lights right there were derails. That's why I said, gosh darn it. But no. Everything's good, right? Nothing's derailed. Okay. I got all disappointed for no reason. There we go. Okay, so we want this one to go this way now. Right. It's all good. You're doing good. It's like I'm gritting my teeth waiting for the derail to happen. Did not expect those 1 cars to stop right there. And had the next cars not been going straight, we'd have had to done some trickery to get those out of the way. I wonder if that's because those ore cars are so light when they're empty. Can it really distinguish that much between them? So here's a lake ridge now. And the lake ridge, I believe, is straightforward, if I'm not mistaken. It is. Yep. Lakewood, but Oakwood is straight ahead, too, is it not? Yeah, well, so we can drop both of these. Lake Ridge and Oak Ridge are both straight ahead, so we'll drop both of those. At the same time, after this one clears here, we've only got 17 cars left. We're still under an hour by about 2 minutes or so. Although now, I haven't mentioned this in a while, those guys that play like these games for like 2 and 3 hour videos, I can see how they can do it now. Because I could easily keep going. But I won't. I want to give the same amount of love to each one of my series, so... There we go. We got some Elm Views. Elm Views are also straight ahead. Elm View Plastics, huh? Plastics. Here we go. I know I've said it before, but the Run 8 hump yard is so much nicer. It works all automatically, and it's really cool. Trainz, I almost wish Trainz would come out with a totally new version to rework a lot of that stuff, but what are you going to do? Then we got a Waverly. Waverly's somewhere hidden in the yard, isn't it? The hump yard here. No? No, it's not. It's straight ahead. It's a West Yarder. Oh. No, wait, we're backing up. No. That is a breach of hump etiquette right there. There we go. Yeah, see, we're getting there now. We're getting there now. Okay, then the SO flats are all straight ahead. Yeah. So when you're going straight ahead, when I say that, that means you're either going way over here in the west yard or they're going way over here, you can't see it, in the south yard. One or the other. Everything else goes in the hump. Okay, then we have SO flats, SO flats, SO flats. These ginormous auto racks. Looks like they're full, too. On it. It says loaded on there. Oh, you can see the cars, yep. Little... There's a red and white car there. And then the next two are also going to SO flats. And the ones after that are going to Destin. That's also straight ahead. We just got all kinds of straight ahead going here. Smiley's gonna have a whole lot of shunting to do. And now we've reached maximum hump speed. There we go. So SO, Destin. So we can drop all three of these. Forward, not backwards. There you go. I'm using the comma, period, and slash. Forward, backward, and break in that order on the keyboards. I got my three fingers sitting on there. And if they're off by one, uh-oh. You get a backup when you wanted to go forward. It's not good. But again, with safety third, you don't really got to worry about it. If you get off the end of your shift by killing only 5 people or less, then it's nothing. Anything above 5 people, and you're paying like $10 fine per person that you kill. That gets cut right out of your paycheck. Okay, so then we have Destin. It's starting to back up there. It's weird how some of the cars roll through, because a lot of the cars I just sent down are all heavies. They seem to get stuck right in that area. Maybe I should move that retarder back a little bit. So we got those Destins there. Then we got 2 Port Gladstones. Now the Port Gladstones, I think, are somewhere in the thing, aren't they? Nope, it's all forward. Those are the last 3 right there. All right. We are over an hour. I got a subwoofer on my system now, and it's vibrating pretty good right now. It's awesome. We've exceeded hump speed limit. There it is. All right. Let's go down now. We don't need this anymore, right? Yeah, we don't. Let's go down and take a look at everything. See how everything's doing down here. Did anything derail? This is still moving. It didn't even bang into that one yet. All right. Yep, that one is still going. It's just nice and gentle like. This whole cut here is still moving. Is the whole cut moving, even the front? Yep. Okay. Let's go back over here now. There we go. Yeah, see, it slows it down. I don't know. Maybe I should move it back just a little bit. So like right here, maybe? I don't know. But what I do know is that we are outside of the butter zone, meaning we've gone too long. But it was lots of fun. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that I don't like McCormick salt, I like Morton salt, well, this just may not be the channel for you.